This video is going to show you a little bit about Chrome extensions and how to manage them. So if you don't know what a Chrome extension is, it is basically something that you can add to the top of your screen next to your address bar up here that can be helpful for things like productivity or fun or creativity or shopping or finance. There's all kinds of different Chrome extensions, thousands of them. Most are free, some are paid, and then you can also see, the ratings of which ones are the best ones as rated by users. So once you find some Chrome extensions that you want and you add them to Chrome, you're going to sometimes want to manage them. And so in order to manage Chrome extensions, you do all this from the puzzle piece. So a couple things that you can do right from the puzzle piece. You can pin or unpin an extension so that it shows up next to your address bar right here. And you just simply do that by tapping on the pin button to pin it or clicking on it to unpin it from there. And you can see up here that these extensions will show up or disappear depending on whether or not you have them pinned to the taskbar. The other thing that you can do is you can manage extensions by clicking on the puzzle piece again and tapping on that settings bar down there. And for each extension, you can see all the ones that you have installed on your Chrome. You can click on details, you can remove it, or you can turn it off or back on. So if I want to turn it off, you'll see it disappears from up here. If I want to turn it back on, you'll see that it reappears. So if I want to click on details here, there's a few options that I can choose down here. So you can see what permissions you've given the extension and what sites this extension can access. So maybe I don't want this extension to be able to access all of these different sites and follow my activity. Maybe I only want it to be able to access bitmoji.com, which is what the extension is. So I can turn any or all of these off or on. Note that if you turn off bitmoji.com, it might not function as it's supposed to, since it is a Bitmoji Chrome extension and it does need access to your account. You can also allow the extension or disallow in incognito mode. So if I open an incognito window in Google Chrome, that extension will still show up here on my address bar. Or you can turn it off if you don't want them allowed there. And then the other thing that you can do if you want to remove the extension, I showed you how to do that up there, or you can click down here, remove extension, and there's an option to report abuse if you find one that's like a bad apple, or you can hit remove if you want to, or you can hit cancel, which is what I'm going to do. The last thing I want to show you how to do is to drag them. This is super simple. So maybe I want my extensions in a certain order based on maybe the ones that I use the most often. So I can go over here and I can move it over. Maybe I want Bitmoji, and then maybe I want Google Drive, and then maybe I want Google Keep because I use those the most frequently. Oops, let's move that over. So why this is useful is that suppose I want to write an email to my friend Courtney Mervine, and then I go into my Bitmoji extension and I type great job. I can just copy the one that I want, copy image, I can paste it right into my email, and then I can resize it, and then I can send it to Courtney, who's going to be wondering why she's getting a good job email. And if I would like to find, maybe I find an article on here that I want to save to Google Keep, for example. So I find a video or a topic on Edutopia, maybe I find something on assessment, I find an article that I like, and I want to save it to Google Keep. So I can just go up here to my Keep extension, I can click on it, save to Keep, I can add a label if I want, I can call that LNC, and then that is pinned to my Google Keep. So maybe I want to make a QR code and I want to have my students real quick to be able to scan this QR code, take them to that website. You can use the QR code extension. So just a few different ways that you can use extensions and manage extensions. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks.